Welcome back, everyone. This is the Brassior, Lingering Summer Heat. Let's just talk about the game as I show off the little items we unlocked. Anyway, you can take things like Excalibur with a Dragon Fang and Iron, and you can make it into a better Excalibur. Vidian Excalibur gives auto healing 200, which is pretty awesome. And what else? The True Clamsilis, 256 attack, 256 accuracy, very, very powerful. Unfortunately, you need the Augustram for that, which I don't even know what that is. Guessing it's another weapon. Anything here? The Gorm Gloss? No, we already got that. The Chanthom Brionac. It's just an upgraded form of the Brionac. I think that's... then you got the Rune Axe, which has Magic Reflect, more defense, and reduces all stats. Should be something else, but I don't... I think there's something called, like, the Ultimate Weapon? There's nothing here. Oh, there it is. Ultimate Weapon. A sword whose power varies depending on its user's life force. 255 attack, 200 accuracy. So, I think it's what I said. I think it's, if you encounter the final boss once, and then just retreat or whatever, you can, get these items, or these recipes. Perfect Barrier Suit, just upgraded form of the Barrier Suit. Really high defense for, cloth armor, though. Nothing to note from that. Some Magus Shield, Infinity Buckler. Sanctimagus. You can upgrade the Aegis Shield to an even stronger version of the Aegis Shield, which has... Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You need 5 elemental spheres though, so good luck on that. You got AP Field. Yeah, upgraded form of the AP Shield. 368 defense, physical defense. So yeah, pretty strong stuff. Oh, and there's a Force Field, I think, which is an upgraded form in the Force Shield. So there you go. Those are the items that I was wondering about, but I was not going to farm for them. It was just going to take too long. But overall, I enjoyed the game. I guess the only parts I was not happy about was the splitting into 3 parties for the main story, because that was kind of ridiculous. Because it was also a jump in difficulty with the monsters as well, so it was just layering stuff all at once. It was a huge spike in difficulty. I didn't really like it. The quest system was okay. The only issues I have with it, one is it lies to you. Like, the description tells you to go someplace and it's actually someplace else that you need to go to. The other thing I have issue with is some of the boss fights are a little luck-based. Not too many of them. Only really 1, maybe 2 of them are... Well, actually, sorry. Probably 1 to 3 of them are luck-based. Mainly the thing with Byakuran, and then the 2 major bosses towards the end of the list. The other issue I have with it is that it cycles, which I can understand why it does it, is to kind of limit farming, or like, you know, just farming the same monster over and over again, because if I had access to all the quests, I would be farming that King Flare, just instant death it over and over again. But at the same time, it kept cycling to like things I had absolutely no need for. I have... Let's see. Let's show it to you. I have 53 Super Rajas, and that's after crafting all the items I made. Super Rajas is for the final weapons for all the characters. You don't need more than maybe 12 of these things. Actually, sorry, not 12. You don't need more than like 17 of these things. And I have over that much. Like, I had probably over 60 when I started crafting. And that's because every other cycle was, the only big monster to fight was the robot that drops the Super Rajas. So that was kind of a tedious thing. It made grinding, it really, all it did was it increased the amount of time I had to grind, because I had to wait until I had to constantly do the same quest over and over again, just to unlock the other quest again, to do them again. So it was a bit tedious. Overall, as far as the gameplay is concerned, I enjoyed it a lot. I like the growth tree system. I like being able to like make choices as far as like building my characters. Oops. The only issues is some of the characters are a little bit gimmicky and kind of limited in their use. Like Aya is pretty much only useful as a commander and in some rare cases against dragons and stuff. And then Cerno has very limited use, so forth. Some characters were just obviously way more powerful than other characters. Sakia just dominated a lot of bosses for me, and so forth. But with the extra mode, it definitely allowed me more opportunity to use other characters like Lithos and I mean that final boss fight I used everyone, and they all pulled their weight for the most part. So I was pretty happy with that. I think it's rather balanced. I like the formation system, but the only issue I have with the formation system is there's like 50 bazillion formations, and I only used maybe 5 or 10 of them, and there are so many of them that are better than others that you never really need to use a lot of them. But it's kind of fun for like collection purposes, so there you go. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's definitely took a while for grinding. The story, I did find that this game has a little bit more story to it, as you probably noticed. The story was very basic, though, at the same time. Like, while Labyrinth of Toho was kind of like, you know, just all text, dialogue, and stuff, this one has, like, a little bit of animation to it. But at the same time, it was all... Literally, it was, hey, we need to solve this incident, but instead of, you know, directly going to the problem, we're just gonna beat up everyone, and then make them join our party. So it was kind of a... Well, it's to be expected for Rainbow, I suppose. The extra mode at least had a little bit of story. It kind of sucked that there was just kind of gaps in the story. Like, we didn't see any, like, we got a little bit of dialogue for each character that we picked up. And then after that, it was practically nothing until we found Hina. And then after that, it was practically nothing until we, fought the last boss, which made everything kind of come together again. So, it was kind of meh. But compared to Labyrinth of Toho's extra mode, this one had a lot more story to it. It kind of sucks that a lot of the monsters were palette swaps, but at least it had a few new enemies, so there we go. Playing this on easy mode definitely made it a lot more enjoyable. The only thing I didn't like was some of the random encounters were just ridiculous, like the Mind Flayers with their instant death and paralysis. I mean, I'm at the point in the game where it doesn't really matter too much, but in an early game it was kind of ridiculous and very frustrating. But I think that's about everything. I'm done with this game. Like I said, there is that extra dungeon, but I'm not going to do it. I've had my fill of this game. It was a lot of fun, but it's time for me to move on to another RPG. I think I have another RPG that I can probably quickly go through in the books, which I'll probably already have uploaded at this point. But besides that, I'm going to see what the votes are for the RPG you guys want me to play, and we'll see how it goes from there. It'll be a non-Toho RPG, so it'll be hopefully something more familiar to some of you guys. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my little explanation. Like I said, the game's pretty good. I liked it. It just had a few rough edges here and there, but a lot of the boss fights were pretty... I guess the other thing I have an issue with is the bosses. There's kind of a specific way to fight most of them, so it doesn't really allow too much flexibility, but that's mainly because I use Sakia for everything, because Sakia is awesome. Anyway, enough of that. I am Deed Restior, and this was Lingering Summer Heat. See you guys in the next LP.